Hey Roger, hey Heavy P, hey Nick Brown. Wow, you guys got here early. Debbie, four-name woman, what's up? Chris Meadows. Oh, I haven't seen you in a little while. Nick Brown, hello. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yes, yes, yes. So nice to see you all. Yes. Hey guys. Well, it looks like Facebook is up. YouTube is up. Okay, good. Um, One of my Facebooks is down, and I'm okay with that. I don't know why. One of my Facebooks doesn't connect properly. Maybe I should re-add the channel. See which channel it is. Jackie, Patricia, Nicholas, and Nick. Like I wasn't going to notice. All right. Let me see. It is the microphone channel. And there I am on the microphone channel. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. Okay, great. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. We're looking good. Okay, great. Hey, Baba Blue Jaws. Good morning. You shared the video. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very good, my friend. You're very good, yo. You're very good. I'm so OCD, man. Everything is just so perfect right now. Everything is in its place. You know? It's all I got. This is all I organize my desk, and that brings me joy and happiness. And that's literally how pathetic my fucking life is. That is where I get my joy. Where do you get your joy from, everybody? We all need to find happiness, right? I don't have anyone in my life, no one special, no one to take care of, no one to take care of me. So my whole existence is based on putting things orderly. I know it's fucking pathetic and sad. It's all I got. What makes you guys happy though? What brings you joy? You know, doing these podcasts, smoking cannabis. I even get joy out of watching Jimmy Dore, watching news broadcasts like I was watching this morning. To bring it to you, you know, to bring you some of the information that I pick up. You OCD as well? You know, we don't need to be OCD. It's just something we choose to do. Sometimes just out of fucking boredom, man. Out of a lot or a feeling of a loss of control in our lives. Let me close this door here. Got my Beaslin. Oh, I love the way he looks at me. My Beezo. He's so fucking gorgeous. You go crazy when some things are out of place. You think I'm worse than you? Sounds weird, but I dance ballroom dancing with your partner. Oh, that's awesome. That doesn't sound weird. That's awesome. Ballroom dancing is awesome. Back to the fuck up. This should be funny. Gets popcorn. It will be funny. I guarantee you it'll be funny. That's why I'm here. I'm here to make you laugh and, you know, bring you joy, basically. And if you get joy out of watching this show, I want to hear from you. You're like, hey, Nay, you know, I get joy when you go live. Oh, man, I'd love to hear that one. My wife's always there for me. I'm a lucky man with cannabis. We both love that, along with my oldest daughter. All right, Roger. Nice. I tweeted a screenshot of you and Bees this morning when he was so tiny. Nick, right on. I hate looking for stuff. Yeah, me too. I hate looking for stuff. I'm so OCD that I put my cash in order. Oh, with no penance. Bro, I used to do that when I was a kid. I stopped doing that years ago. That's funny. Yeah, my dollar bills all had to have, the corners all had to be straight. Always. I always thought it was my job to straighten out the money for the world. As the money came through me, I straightened it out. I was like, there, now I get that dollar bill back. It'll be straight. Hey, Adam, what's up? You get joy when I go live. Chris. Love the show. Last 3 years every day. Roger, thank you. I can look at all your neatness and calm down, though. My neatness. That's funny. They always do one thing the same way every time. All right, so You always straighten your money. It's funny, isn't that? Money used to be more important to me, you know, and now I don't. It doesn't mean shit to me. As I watch my crypto fucking bang going up, beautiful. Um, Matic is down a little, but Cardano's kicking some ass, and that's pulling the slack. Cardano's passed up Polygon as far as one of my big providers of wealth here. Doing great. So was I gonna dab? Was I gonna do a bong rip? I think I'm starting with a bong rip this morning. This is Mixy Mixersons. I can see two colors of buds. I got my orange bud. I got my Jack Hera. They're side by side. I only took a little bong rip off of it. Look, it's still almost green. I'm gonna hit that first thing in the morning. Yes, it's gonna be beautiful. 7 o'clock, top of the hour. Cheers, everybody. This is for everybody that is sharing this video. Now listen, just one share, guys. I do not want you to risk losing access to your social media site, losing access to your family, risk losing access to your friends, risk losing access to your own children or your parents because Facebook doesn't like the fact that you shared my video. So please, only one share. You can make it count. Join a giant group in Facebook, a giant group, and just share it one time in one giant group. That's all I ask, guys. All right, and for those of you that did it, Heavy P, Nick B, Baba Blue. 3 of you guys have taken a moment to share this video. Just 3 of you. This is for all 3 of you guys. Cheers. Thank you. You guys fuel this show and keep it going. Let's hope the other 20 people will also share at one time. Like you guys. You guys risked your social media. Let's see if everyone else will too. Just one time. Just one share. It's all I ask. And if that's too much to ask of social media, then don't do it and fuck them. If they're gonna punish you for sharing my video, then don't share it. Don't share it. All right, cheers, guys. It's not important to me that my audience gets punished. You know. Patience. I'm so glad Beazle is choosing to join us in here. Makes me feel good about being me. Hey, we love you. I love that dog so much. You don't post things on social media. You've been censored in the past as well. Hypo Drake, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. It sucks. You know, they literally, they algorithm you into silence. You know, this is what mainstream media wants to do with channels like Jimmy Dore's, even channels as small as mine. They are threatened by the fact that people like Jimmy Dore, Lee Camp, Graham Elwood, Ron Picon, they're getting more viewers than the mainstream media shows are. So now they're attacking the YouTubers on mainstream media by smearing them, by claiming that they are slanting the information for people. This is what mainstream media is saying about YouTube. And the fact that I had like 25 people and now it's gone down to 17. I guess I could show you the video because people are already bored. They're bored from me. Okay, so that's cool. So I'm gonna do the show the way I want to, man. I always try to keep everybody happy, you know, smoking and talking and doing the thing. And then I see people leaving, and then I'm like, okay, people, whatever. I can't even, whatever I do, whenever I do what I think is what you guys want, you still leave my show. So I'm just going to bring up this video that I think everyone should see. It's long, but it's important, man. You know, I might be the content provider, but you guys are the audience, man. You guys should be passionate about what you watch. I know I feel like you guys are passionate about this show, and that's great. But I don't know, man. I would hope that you guys would be more active as far as letting mainstream media. You guys don't give a fuck. I don't even want to say the words because I know you guys don't care. Why would you care? You know, for me, it's a big deal. For Jimmy Dore, it's a big deal. We want people to hear our messages. You know, for y'all, you go on Facebook and or Twitter and you spout your bullshit and you don't care who hears it or sees it. You're not trying really to reach people. You just processing. That's a huge difference, and that's a problem because I can't expect y'all to go out of your way for me for something that you guys don't feel strongly about, you know. So it's like, I don't know what I'm expecting to get out of showing you guys this video. Because like I said, you guys don't have a vested interest in getting this message out. I don't know. Maybe if you guys were really felt strongly about the things that I said enough, you would. But maybe you just don't feel strongly about what I say on here. And you don't really care to have other people hearing it. But I have such a small following, and we have such a tiny footprint on social media. I've noticed it.
What's happening?
That even when I ask you guys to share something on my Twitter and you guys do it, your tweets aren't getting noticed by anybody. Your tweets aren't getting liked or retweeted at all, right? So it's like you get punished for retweeting me. It's like you get hidden for retweeting me. No one's going to see it. I ask you guys to retweet it at famous people and whatever. Most of you don't understand how to do that or don't ask or whatever. And, I could get one or two of you to maybe do it once or twice. But even when we do that, they're not seeing it, and none of their audience is seeing it either, and nobody's fucking seeing it because you guys don't really use Twitter to the point that makes you visible, right? I'm not even visible, and I'm tweeting like fucking crazy. I start a brand new healthy channel, and I say a few things, and barely anybody sees or notices. Why the fuck is words censored? A lot of people don't tweet back or respond. Hey Matt, what's up? To ats. Yeah, I mean, they don't see them because they don't. I don't think they see them. I don't think you appear in their feeds. We just have a very small footprint, man. You know, it would be great if somebody came in here that liked my show, that had a huge fucking following, that had a huge audience, and decided to promote me to their audience. You know, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if, like, I don't know, Steph Zamorano was like, "Hey, Jimmy, we should tell everybody about Trending A over there. Nobody watches his show. You know, he's great. We should promote him. We should have him on our show and interview him so people will find out about him." Nobody wants to do that for me. You know, I curse. I curse. I say bad words. I don't know.
Here at YouTube,
I make too much sense. I call you out on your bullshit too. Sorry. We can't be friends, I guess.
YouTube is throttling independent news shows like us, right? Why? Because places like NBC
Friend of the show,
News
Rob
and the
LeBron,
New York
friend of the
Times see us
show,
as
Jimmy
competition,
Dore.
which we are, and we're often, before they started screwing us, we're getting better numbers than MSNBC and CNN's daytime shows, and now they're throttling the hell out of us, and the way they do it is they try to scare regular people about YouTube. They make it seem like it's this scary netherworld of everybody's a creepy extremist, and so NBC News did another hit piece. So what happens is they do these hit pieces, and then YouTube invents another algorithm because they don't want to make their advertisers jittery about advertising on YouTube. So then they crack down.
Happy
They have an
710,
algorithm
everybody
that
that shared
suppresses
this
us.
video. Thank you
Right
so
now,
much.
YouTube is bragging that they're suppressing channels like ours 80%.
Have blue
So let's
jaws.
watch what NBC did another bullshit hit piece, and here it is. They set up two people
Jackie.
to create YouTube accounts.
Thank you,
and
Jackie.
then see what kind of stuff
Crazy
got
Karen,
recommended.
thank you for sharing. Crazy Karen, thank you for sharing. Cheers.
Where is she?
So they're going to show
All of
you
you
a
that
young
share this
kid,
video on social media, drop a
looks like a
digit
teenage
so I
kid,
know
and then
that
show
you
her
guys did
mother.
it.
And her mother's
And I'll
afraid
smoke
that her
weed. Thank you,
kid downstairs, who's in the house with her, is being radicalized by YouTube right now. Watch this.
Last name. She has a house with her mother. Where is she now? Is she in the house with you now?
Yeah, I think she's downstairs with my son.
But social media is tearing them apart.
The things she sends me, I feel that I can't trust her if she's doing.
This goes on for a while. This woman's point is that her mom goes on Facebook and is in all these right-wing groups and hears all of this rhetoric on the right side, and they argue and they fight and they don't get along, right? This is a report from mainstream media. They're claiming that YouTube is ripping families apart. Jimmy makes a point. Jimmy makes a point. I'm not going to make you listen to 3 minutes of bullshit of this family bickering.
State operation,
So
and is now sharing
here's the end of it.
videos about QAnon and anti-Semitic themes. Her mother declined to speak with us.
It's not that I think she's my enemy. It's that I'm afraid that she's being used as a weapon against me.
Researchers say this happens every day. So we performed an unscientific test.
Yeah, because people who watch MSNBC and Fox News, they never have this same exact thing happen to them.
Right?
That never happens.
So Jimmy's point is, you want to blame YouTube and you want to blame Facebook for ripping families apart, mainstream media? Families have been ripping each other apart on politics since before the internet even existed. How fucking dare you even try to make that insinuation? You know, the news has been fueling, Thanksgiving dinner brawls, for years before the internet was even here.
People who read the Washington Post or the Washington Times.
Nay, I've asked them all to host you. They never respond back to me. I don't know who them all is, Karen. That's just a weird statement to just make. How am I supposed to know who them all is? Are you talking about the people that I'm saying? Yeah, they're not going to respond back to you, Karen. You just have to keep doing it. They're not going to fucking respond to you. You need to understand that. They rarely respond to me, and I've had them on my show and interviewed them. What in your little narcissistic brain makes you think that all the people that I tell you to tweet at are supposed to fucking respond to you like you're some kind of a fucking god to them or something. Are you fucking kidding me?
Times they never have.
You know how many other people are tweeting at them too? You know, and not just people like me that have literally had them on my show and interviewed them several times. You fucking dumb narcissist. Holy fucking shit. Really? Is that the problem? They're not messaging you back, Karen. Is that the problem? Is that the problem, Karen? The problem is you're not going to tweet them anymore because they never respond back to you. Is that the point? Is that why I asked you to retweet me, Karen? What's up, Stugatz? I thought you were Stoots for a second.
Have this exact same thing happen to them ever. Isn't that funny?
Yes.
That this never happens. So so the people who like
Back
the
to
people who
Jimmy.
read Mother Jones
Jimmy
and read the
Jams.
National Review, they never have this happen.
Well, you don't think it. What you just said it, Karen. You just said they never respond back to me. You do think that because you just fucking said it. You fucking idiot. You fucking liar. Stop doubling down on your bullshit, Karen. All right, you just fucking lied to me now. Yeah, you're worried about the fact that people aren't fucking responding to you on Twitter? Hey, who the fuck are you, Karen? Who the fuck are you? What, Jimmy Dore should respond to you on Twitter because you told him about my fucking podcast? The point isn't to get him to respond to you. It's for him to see that there's a buzz about my show, so maybe he'll be interested enough to have me on as a guest, not so that he'll respond to you. You fucking narcissist. Holy fucking shit. Don't fucking even try to tell me you don't think that.
You know how, like, sometimes before a news story,
When you're
if
literally
there's,
telling me
you know,
that that's what
graphic
you think.
content, will be like, viewer discretion. You know, there may be some graphic footage in the next story we're about to do.
Anyway,
Stories
Karen
like
and the rest
this,
of you that are
they
sharing
should
this,
have,
cheers.
like a similar warning.
Oh, you're
But the warning should
sorry?
just be,
Okay, I accept your apology.
viewer discretion. We have 24 hours to fill, and sometimes we're really grasping, and this is a bunch of bullshit coming up. Because that's what this is. We have 24 hours to fill, so here's
what
some
they're saying
total
is,
bullshit.
What they should have said in the front of this is like, hey, since Trump, who had his TV show on our network for over a decade, and we made him president, since
Hey,
he's
what's up,
gone,
brother?
our ratings are in the shitter. So now we have to find a way to scare you while making sure
Quarter
we
of the
squelch
hour.
our competition on YouTube. That's all this is. That's our news views are down because we don't get to report on Trump anymore and scare the shit out of you with that. Also, YouTube shows are more popular than we are, so we have to do this to suppress them.
Right.
And that's all this is.
Right?
That's all this is.
Exactly. They're lashing out. They're lashing out because they're threatened by people like Jimmy Dore, people like The Hill, that's been canceled, or at least the people that were on it have been canceled. People like Katie Halper, people like Tim Black, you know, even right-wingers like Ben Shapiro and Tim Pool. These guys literally get millions of people watching and upload. You know, even Alex Jones is a threat to mainstream media. And, you know, our super male vitality is possibly the most potent product you can ever snort up one side of your nostril. Now, I only snort half a line of super male vitality because it is so ultra potent. And you should try it as well. Super male vitality is possibly the greatest substance that I have ever snorted. I only chop up half a line of it in the morning, and I'll wait at least 3 to 4 minutes before I do the next line. And I can get on with my day. Now, well, let's watch Jimmy Dore. He spat upon me one day, but it was tea. He spat some iced tea on me.
Every day. So we performed an unscientific test.
If you've never seen
I
that
took
video,
my Facebook account that I don't follow
Jimmy
my
Dore
friends,
spits on Alex
and I
Jones.
followed the top 3 right-wing pages.
So you guys are so they're right. What this is called is doing a super unscientific test. That's
Are
what this
you
is.
stoked?
This is just a guy just randomly doing something and trying to make it. I bet you it works out. I bet you whatever happens fulfills his predetermined philosophy
That's called
of
confirmation
scaring
bias.
the shit out of you about YouTube. I
That's
bet
called
you. I
confirmation
bet you.
bias.
So he's going to show you how scary it is to go on YouTube.
You know
It
what's
should be
really
called
funny is that
bias
if this was a
confirmation.
YouTube clip, it would get like no views whatsoever. Like
Right.
if some random guy's just like, hey, I don't have any Facebook friends and I'm about to do this unscientific thing. Don't forget to subscribe. No one's gonna watch that. They're like, what?
Here we go.
I'm moving on.
The top 3 right-leaning pages plus some dog content. Let's see what happens. My colleague Lily created a new account and did the same, but she went left 7 days.
A lot of people just,
But they don't say what left means. They don't say who they followed. They don't say what is. So to her, left could mean Rachel Maddow, which, as we all know, is right wing.
Which social media platforms are they using? I kind of missed that. Are they on Twitter? Are they on YouTube? Are they on Facebook? Are they on all of them?
Total establishment, claptrap, conspiracy theories, and pro-war.
That looks like she's on Twitter right there. Those look like a bunch of tweets, but those could be a bunch of responses to a Facebook post too. It's hard to tell.
commending President Biden's job so far.
What the hell did Joe Biden
Okay, he's on YouTube. Okay, he's watching YouTube videos.
just say? Part 14 on Facebook and YouTube. Clicking on whatever they're on.
He
Facebook
seemed
and
disgusted
YouTube.
by
Okay.
that. Did you-
Now we know Facebook and YouTube. That's important. And we all know that Facebook and YouTube have their algorithms and they're going to direct you to where they think they're going to keep you on their service for the longest amount of time. It's view minutes. That is the gold. That's YouTube's and Facebook's gold. Is the longer they can keep you on those social media sites, the more money they make. You know, they can sell you. So they're going to do whatever they can with their algorithms, you know, to keep people on the longest. Now, of course, when it comes to content like mine, no, they're going to take you guys and they're going to try to redirect you to their mainstream content. But for the most part, what Facebook and YouTube are doing is they are trying to keep you on their sites for as long as they possibly can. For these people to sit here and act like that's not the exact same thing that they do on MSNBC, on CNN, on Fox News, you know, they use beautiful, scantily clad women. I'm telling you, I don't mind watching Fox News or CNN for the ladies. There's some beautiful women that give you the news on there, you know. You know, and the guys aren't so ugly either. It's not like they've got these really ugly men giving you the news all the time. So, you know, you've got like Anderson Cooper with his fucking white hair, and you've got Tucker Carlson all young and with his little, used to have his little bow tie and fucking Mr. College grad. You know, it's like they're selling you personalities as opposed to actual legitimate news. They want your money. You don't want, I mean, for the most part, look, I've watched my mother watch television, guys. The average American doesn't want news per se. They want the personalities. They're watching television to tune out, not to tune in. These news companies, they're aware of that. And that's why they're giving you puff pieces like UFO information being released from the Pentagon. Let me just set y'all straight. There's no UFOs, there's no aliens. So, okay, there you go. That was easy, wasn't it? Look at how much time and money has been spent over the last few months on UFO coverage across mainstream media and cucks on YouTube as well. It literally leaves me speechless, man. It literally leaves me speechless. I don't have a response right now to what I just said.
Did you notice that? He says, "What the hell did Joe Biden just say?" Part 14.
Hey, Paul.
Do you see what these kids are
Hey,
doing?
Eddie.
14 things that are
They
mean to
look
Joe
good
Biden.
today.
Well,
They
because
have-
the president's
Do
demented
they
and
have
can
any
never
common sense,
complete a
Dominic?
sentence.
Ice
That's
man,
why they're
yo,
able to do
Ice
14
man.
videos.
What are we smoking, Ice man?
Algorithms suggest. Melanie's feed stayed with the issues at first.
Bernie Sanders shares hearing on the high cost of prescription drugs.
By day 3, it was a lot of wild fun.
It's a lot from Occupy Democrats. It's kind of a dominating force on my page right now.
And mine
Right.
just went more and more extreme. Recommending new influencers.
That is so intentional.
Bongino. Conspiracy theories by day 4. Bigfoot
Dan
believers.
Bongino. All right.
Non-stop anger by day 5.
Let me tell you about Dan Bongino. You know, he's got his opinion, but he's a complete devout Trump supporter. No matter what Trump does, he can do no wrong. Dan Bongino stands. He's the guy that started Parler. Dan Bongino. So when you hear mainstream media mention Dan Bongino, they are petrified of people like, and they should be. You know, it's scary for me. I okay, a little bit of inside anecdotal from me on Dan Bongino. Found out he had some kind of cancer, and I said I hope he dies, and I hope it kills him quick. The reason I say that is the man petrifies me. People like him, people like Ben Shapiro, people like Steven Crowder, you know, even people like Joe Rogan, they petrify me. I mean, not Alex Jones as much, because I think his audience realizes, a lot of his audience realizes it's more fun and funny than it is reality. But these other people that I mentioned, Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, these guys petrify me because they speak their truth, they speak their narrative, and that's fair, and they're more than welcome to, and I understand that. But they petrify me because they grab an audience and they hold an audience, and the people are listening to them and they're believing them. And I completely do not subscribe to their realities. In fact, I find their realities to be racist and violent towards society. At the same time, I'm okay with them having a platform. I'm just, when I find out that Dan Bongino, who's just like a Ben Shapiro, who is just like a Matt Gaetz, or any of these right wingers that support Donald Trump, you know, or a Candace Owens, has a disease that might kill him, I'm immediately going to root for the disease, because I'm not going to root for YouTube to silence these voices. Right? Does that make sense to you guys? I don't mind them having the platform. In fact, I'm jealous as fuck. I wish people listened to me. But, you know, millions and millions of people are listening to Dan Bongino, and listening to Candace Owens, and listening to Charlie Kirk, and listening to Ben Shapiro, and listening to Sean Hannity, and listening to Tucker Carlson, and listening to Judge Jeanine, you know, and listening to Tim Pool. And that's what people want, man. That's what all those millions of people, those are the people that those millions of people want to listen to. And they subscribe to what those people are saying, and they believe them. So who am I You know, to sit here and tell millions of people of all kinds of people. It's me standing there looking at millions of people going, well, you know, the people that you guys are listening to, I don't agree with. So what? So what? You shouldn't be allowed to listen to them? Yeah. Those people petrify me. And they petrify the mainstream media. But they don't petrify Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore goes on Tucker Carlson. And they petrify me because, hey, man, I don't get to go on their platforms and share their platforms and their audiences. I have to stand by helplessly and hope that Jimmy Dore gets on Tucker Carlson and that his voice is heard, because his reality is my reality. And his reality, every once in a while, gets shared on Tucker Carlson. And because Tucker Carlson has a platform, Jimmy Dore can talk to millions of people. And this mainstream media bullshit that he's covering is being exposed for the bullshit that it is. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. But I give them every right to say their truths. There's millions of people that want to hear it, and that it's still agreed. And hey, man, until I can get millions of people listening to me to hear my truth, you know, I got to just sit by like this and sulk and watch it happen and be okay with it. Because, hey, man, free speech. You know, and I'm serious. Free fucking speech. It's just too bad that people, man, that's a fucking free speech they want to hear. That's what's fucked up. Not the fact that that speech exists. The fact that it has an audience. And I have none. But I digress. Back to Jimmy Jams. As his beautiful yet barren miserable liberal likes to say. Hey, her words, not mine.
Leftists are becoming racist. Same with Melanie.
So the other day, somebody sent me a link to Conservapedia, a Wikipedia made for and by conservatives. And it's pretty bad.
And by the end of the week, a steady diet of fear. The world looks very dangerous.
The irony is, this is a fear piece. And they're trying to make you afraid that they're peddling fear. That's an irony. Something should melt down because of that irony.
Let me break that down. What Jimmy just said is the irony of this mainstream media, nightly news from CSNBC or whoever the fuck they are, or NBC, is that they are trying to call out social media for what they are guilty of, for doing the exact same thing, for having a narrative, for having algorithm style programming, you know, for picking and choosing what you want your audience to be exposed to, for choosing your advertisers. It's so hypocritical for the news to be calling out the news. But hey, man, like I said, Dan Bongino is newsworthy. You guys, like I said, I fucking hate him. I wished his cancer to kill him, right? At the same time, I'm okay with him having his platform that 3 million people follow him on Twitter. Some crazy shit. They want to hear him, man. They love him. So let him have his platform. Why does mainstream media have a problem with the fact that Dan Bongino has a platform? I'm okay with it. Hey, man, I told you he petrifies me and I want him to die. But at the same time, I'm okay with him having a platform as long as he's alive. Hey, man, as long as he's playing ball, man, I'm on the field, bro. Right? I'm screaming at the top of my lungs over here, too. It's just that, man, he's got a fucking platform. You know?
Something should happen.
No
a calibrator, an irony calibrator should break.
I'm so jealous of Dan Bongino, you know? Understand that. You know, it's a podcaster, respect thing. He's huge, man. He's huge on fucking social media. And if he wants to get a message out there, he can do it in 1 second. Must be nice, man. You know, I've got a few messages too. Some really good ones, some really good, healthy ones, unlike his, which are basically based in racism and you know, he's very anti-liberal. He's completely pro-Trump. Need I say more about Dan Bongino, that he's completely pro-Trump? That should be the takeaway from him. You guys should go check him out just so you understand what I'm talking about. Just so you understand what society is up against. So you get a better idea. Maybe you want to be more vocal on social media when you realize that there's people like that. You might not realize this. You know, you may have seen Ben Shapiro, but you know, Dan Bongino, he's more hidden. He doesn't proliferate as much as Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens do. You know, I don't know if he's been on Joe Rogan's show, but you know, Joe Rogan giving all of those people this platform petrifies me as well. And I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying it terrifies me. You know, because people want to hear those people's voices. Hey, Evil Laugh.
Yeah, a steady diet of fear is the most accurate description of cable news I have ever heard.
I've ever heard. Cable news is if it bleeds, it leads. That's all they do is try to scare the shit out of you. No matter what the topic.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
And here it is. The topic is social media. And what are they doing? They're trying to scare the shit out of you.
Ron Placone,
and how are
friend
they
of the
doing
show.
it? Because now they're peddling fear.
Jimmy Dore, friend of the show.
You guys do?
Friend of the show, Jimmy Dore. He's been on. He's been on the show before.
Private shots.
Violent robbery caught on camera. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the local news. And where do you think they got that video from? Probably from the local news.
And if you guys want to see Jimmy Dore's spot on Nays Garden, you can go see that at naysgarden.com anytime you want. Just go to naysgarden.com. There's a little warning. It says that you're being tracked. Yeah, you're being tracked on a map of the world that shows where people are tuning into my website from. So just go to the very bottom of that and say continue to trendingasdaverage.com or naysgarden.com. Click on that little link. And when you get there, Jimmy Dore's spot is right at the top of the page.
Yeah, they probably got to do a couple like different takes where he's just like, get a load of, oh wait, shit, that's us. I'm not going to read that one. I'm not going to read it. And cut, do another take. Hang on, let me get my serious face back on.
Facebook had no comment. YouTube says that recent changes mean watch time of borderline content from recommendations has dropped by over 70%.
Hang on.
Says that recent changes mean watch time of borderline content.
Facebook didn't comment to them.
Had no comment. YouTube says that recent changes mean watch time of borderline content from recommendations has dropped by over 70%.
Do any of you have a chair that allows you to do that exercise? Do any of you guys have a chair with arms on it that allows you to do that exercise that I'm doing? Let me know.
So what that means is...
It's, you know what else? It's helping my wrists for guitar playing, which is so important. I need to strengthen my wrists and my hands. And man, that is just really been helping the muscles in my wrists. Last night I had a little bit of wrist arthritis as I was going to sleep, and I thought about putting triage oil on. I was like, no, I'm not gonna. It's not that bad. I'll see if it goes away. And it went away. And I was like, huh. Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be really bad, but it was just a flash of it because I've been consuming a lot of sugar, you know, a lot of chocolate and sugar. So that's not good for arthritis at all. It fuels it.
Shows like ours, they consider ours borderline content.
All right, let's smoky.
And so they have a special algorithm now that suppresses borderline content, meaning news.
Yeah, it's
a hand gripper. Yeah, maybe I'll get one of those. Yeah, it's a good idea.
People are finding it.
They've also got the finger presser one.
So they're not recommending our show like they do other news shows like MSNBC or NBC News with the van attack.
Cheers, guys.
So
Thank
they're
you for
not
sharing this
so we
video
don't
around.
have a level playing field with NBC News. We don't have a level
Where did
playing
everybody
field
go?
with
I just lost.
CNN. We don't have a level playing field
You
with
guys,
Fox.
I just lost all of
We
my.
don't have a level
I
playing
just
field
lost
with
half
Fox.
of the fucking.
We don't have a level playing field with the Young Turks. We're not on the corporate algorithm.
You guys, I just lost half of my viewers. What happened? Anybody? Did Facebook get shut down? You guys, is Facebook still on? You guys, is Facebook still on? I just lost all of Facebook, I think. Holy shit. Wow. Hold on. Oh, Jackie, thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. What took you so long? All right. Okay, I guess Facebook's still up. Cool. Thank you, Jackie. Let's keep going here. I don't know where everybody went. I don't know where everybody. Thank you, David. I don't know where everybody went, man. I had 26 people watching. It went from 26 to 13. Like, boom. I mean, right in front of my face. I'm like, really? What did I just do? Did I say something? Did I say something that people didn't like? You know, did I do something wrong?
We're being
Or did one of my channels go down?
suppressed. So they brag. This is YouTube bragging that material like ours, videos from the Jimmy Dore Show, have been suppressed and their views have dropped 70%. Now, at the beginning of the COVID, we were getting 15, 16 million views a month. We're now getting 6 million views a month. They're suppressing the shit out of this show. The show is only exponentially more popular. It has to be. Of course it is.
Have me on, Jimmy. I'll tell you about
So
that.
we went from getting 16 million views a month at the beginning of COVID to now we're getting around 6. And YouTube was bragging that their views on a category of views on their media platform is down by 70%. They've bragging.
Got so many ways that they algorithm you, man. So many ways they subvert
you. So this
you.
is how the machine controls the narrative. We just stop your growth. Our growth is stopped. And our views are down by 70%. Look at that.
US, but researchers say the algorithms are geared to grab us. We click on extreme content, so the system gives us more.
We've got Trovo now. You know, he was doing Steam for a while. There's Twitch. But, you know, I don't know how much Twitch algorithms people. But Trovo, you know, maybe Jimmy Dore and maybe everyone should go to Trovo. And I mean, you know, Ben Shapiro, everyone that I fucking hate and everyone that I fucking love and everyone in between should go to Trovo and say, fuck YouTube. And just broadcast from Trovo. Hey, Hard Bastard is there. You know, I don't like Hard Bastard's another one, man. I don't like what he says, but he's a nice guy. He's a fucking right-winger. And he's a total Trump supporter, man. He totally toes the line for the right wing. But, you know, he tries to pretend he's an independent like Tim Pool. He's like a Tim Pool. He's the exact same thing. He pretends he's independent, but he's a full-on right-winger.
Extreme content.
Over time, that can actually give you the impression that some things that are more obscure or extreme are very much in the normal sphere of conversation.
The most successful influencers are the most extreme.
On Twitter, 73% of posts about politics are created by about 6% of Twitter users, and those 6% of Twitter users have very extreme views.
Bullshit!
This sounds like fear-mongering.
Well, no, that was bullshit. That was some bullshit fucking numbers that guy just pulled right out of his dick hole. There's no way that 6%... Did you guys hear what he said? 6% of Twitter users are responsible for fucking... What? How much percentage of the fucking... of the political...
73% of...
For 73% of the political narrative on Twitter?
Posts about politics are created by about 6% of Twitter users. And
bullshit. That's just a lie. That guy's just pulling shit out of his dick hole.
Those 6% of Twitter users have very extreme views,
This sounds like fear mongering. Oh my God, there's just a few people that are all being controlled again. I thought it was Putin that was controlling us. Now it's just random 6%. What?
No.
Yes, 6% of the people on Twitter are really good at tweeting. They make better tweets than other people. That's why people follow them. And that's why their tweets get amplified. I'm guessing. But they want to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, but that guy didn't say anything about the number of people that follow the tweets. He said makes the content. So those are two different things, Jimmy. So you misunderstood a little bit what that guy said. There's no way that 6% of Twitter users are making up 73% of the fucking content, political content.
Also, I don't know. I mean, I have no way of proving this, but I find it hard to believe only 6% of people on Twitter are tweeting about politics.
Right? Because that guy pulled that information straight out his dick hole.
I find that hard to believe. I think it's got to be way higher.
Yeah, they were saying that 6% of the people create the most. They were saying that 6%. They were saying that 6% create.
Yeah, and they're tweeting all the political stuff, and it's very far out there. I mean, still that just sounds.
It's all.
What's he basing that off of?
This is just all. Exactly right. What study is that? Who fucking did that study?
Right?
Did David Frum do that study?
They sound just like me.
Did Media Matters do that study?
They sound just like me.
Belongs to an online group for adults who've lost loved ones to politics and social media.
It makes it 10 times worse knowing that this is happening everywhere in this country right now.
Jake Wood, NBC News, Oakland, California.
Why do we talk like that? What's going on? Hello.
Yeah, this is the first time it's ever happened. People's families got split up over politics. It never happened during the Vietnam War, I'll tell you that, Ron.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, all those shows that I've watched over the years about families being torn apart over the Vietnam War. I guess that was all totally based on nothing that really happened. I guess that never happened anywhere in real life.
Oh, they had the
every
internet.
Bad problem you have, turns out it's because of you.
That was the secret internet that you don't know about, Ron. No, they had the internet, but they didn't let you know about it. They all had access to it. Urban Interpreter 247, what's up, buddy?
YouTube and our videos. So I bet they have a solution at NBC News. I bet it is, to get rid of those videos. I'm gonna guess they're for pro-censorship. Yes. And I'm sure they're for advertisers not advertising on YouTube. And that's all this is. That's all this is. NBC News are the biggest liars they're going. They smeared Tulsi Gabbard as a Russian asset while she was a currently serving officer in the fucking military.
I love this because he's using her military service as a shield for her. And then he rips it apart. Watch this. Instantly flips on it. Which is true. I'm like, yeah, thanks for your service and fuck you for your service, because anybody who chooses war as a solution for your problems is a fucking idiot. So listen to what he says right here.
Military serving in those bullshit wars that NBC sold us.
Serving in those bullshit wars. There it is. There it is. I love it. So, you chose to go to war, Tulsi. You're a dumb cunt. Shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down. Nobody fucking cares what you fucking have to say. You went to war. Okay? I don't want you as my fucking leader. You're fucking dumber than me. You're an idiot. Fuck off.
That's what NBC News does. They're garbage, and they should be censored. If you're going to censor anybody, it would be, hey, are you backed by a billionaire corporation? Then you should be censored probably because you get everything wrong. The reason why we have a show is because we debunk NBC News and CNN and TYT and places like that on the regular.
Luckily.
That's what this show does.
Luckily.
So when TYT smears Julian Assange, we debunk that. When TYT tells you that Kevin McCarthy is going to become speaker if they do force the vote, we debunk that. Those obvious lies.
Sit here chilling.
So this
watching
is what
some Jimmy
NBC News
Dore
would make you think the real
and
problem in
Rob Lacone,
America
friends
is.
of the
The real
show.
problem in America is YouTube. That's what NBC News wants. You know what the real problem in America is? I don't know. Maybe the federal minimum wage hasn't gone up ever, while the wealth of the 400 richest Americans has doubled since 2009. There it is, 725, all the way. It still is. Here we are. What is that? 12 years later, and in those 12 years, the richest Americans doubled their wealth.
And cost of living certainly went up. Cost of an apartment went up. Cost of
everything. Healthcare certainly.
Healthcare, yeah.
Breaking: Biden proposes $753 billion for the Pentagon. That's an extra $20 billion for the Pentagon. That's an extra $20 billion. You know how much it costs to end homelessness? $20 billion. Instead of doing that, Joe Biden decided to give that to Raytheon to go bomb brown people.
I can't believe there's only 12 people watching.
He could have given $20 billion to end student debt relief. Give to such student debt relief. He didn't do that. He gave $20 billion to Raytheon to go bomb brown people.
You know what I'm doing?
But the problem is YouTube.
I'm literally sitting here looking at my jar, looking at my glass, looking at the waterfall, listening to Jimmy, checking out my bong, looking at everything, chilling, fucking checking out my Sorry We're Doubting. And I'm sitting here just enjoying all the scenery. And I'm like, I'm really having a good time. I'm high. I'm fucking listening to Jimmy Dore talk, man. I don't understand why people are fucking leaving my show, man. What is wrong with you people? This is entertaining as fuck. There's a nice fake award in the window. Are you fucking kidding me?
And NBC News is going to cheer this on. Why? Because they get advertising money from the military-industrial complex. And they get advertising from the banks on Wall Street that invest in these people. That's why. The United States has more nuclear warheads than hospitals.
Wow.
And you think the problem is YouTube. You don't think the problem is that we have a complete corrupt government that serves the handful of oligarchs while screwing the workers, which is setting the table for a real revolution. As the U.S. ends its 20-year war in Afghanistan, here's a reminder that our post-9/11 wars have cost us $6 trillion and counting. Imagine what we could have did with $6 trillion. This is working people who lost health care during the pandemic. In Australia, 0. Belgium, 0. Canada, Chile, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Italy, Japan, Norway, Portugal, Poland, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Turkey, the UK, 0. Nobody in those countries lost their health care. In the United States, 14 million people did.
14 and a half.
If you round up, it's 15 million.
So is Public Citizen one of those 6% of Twitter accounts I'm supposed to be afraid of?
Yes, you're probably supposed to be afraid of these tweets.
All those facts that they're sharing.
See, that got 7,000 likes, so that's bad. That's popular, and that's supposed to be scary. Hey, by the way, I hope I make it. That's what a 7-year-old Alabama girl who's selling lemonade to fund her own brain surgery said. But the problem NBC News wants you to think is YouTube. Why? Because we're beating them and taking their advertising dollars. That's why. And YouTube, the CEO of YouTube would love to get rid of us. We're a pain in her ass. Google is the most profitable company in the history of the world. They own YouTube. They could get rid of independent news with no problem and never have a problem. And that's what they want. They're not for us doing news. They're not for you getting a different perspective on the news than what the corporate oligarchs want you to have. That's YouTube. So that I'm telling you, it doesn't look good for free speech or news. Go ahead, Ron. Did you want to say something?
No, you see stories like that, and the saddest part too is another thing the corporate media does. They try to brand this as a feel-good story.
Yeah.
Instead of telling the real story of how disgusting is it that our system puts people in these situations. In this case, a 7-year-old girl. How disgusting is the system that allows this to be reality? They try to make it out like, oh, it's a feel-good story. She's selling lemonade. It's not a feel-good story.
They don't really make it out that way.
Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell
there's
you.
No way that narrative can make anybody feel good, Ron. But friend of the show, Ron Placone, everyone. Beezer. Beezer. I loves my Beezer. I loves my Beezer. Oh, he's all snuggled up in his new bed. He's so cute. So, you guys should check out Jimmy Dore and, all of the other YouTube channels out there that go out of their way to debunk what's going on in the mainstream media. And Jimmy Dore is definitely on the front of that. There's plenty of other ones, man. Graham Elwood, Lee Camp, Ron Facone, Katie Halper. Um, Katie Halper's fucking great, man. She destroyed Anna Kazbazarian from the Young Turks not long ago. They went back and forth on Twitter. It was fucking awesome. But, everybody hates Anna. She's fucking evil. And those people went mainstream, over $22 million in venture capital that they didn't spend on getting reporting done anywhere else. Like, they didn't send any reporters out to go do reporting. They had all this money. What did they do with all that money? I wonder. You know? So, let me ask you guys a question. What did the Young Turks do with $22 million of venture capital? Did they get a new desk? They get a new studio? Did they hire more reporters? I mean, 22 million. It wouldn't seem like you would need that much money to do what little bit that they did. So where did all that money go? I was kind of wondering about that. Is that 22 million over like 10 years? And they have little spin-off shows. They only got a few of those. I mean, how much does all that cost? It couldn't be 22 million to have a few podcasts. You have a backdrop, you have a desk, you have people doing research. The same people can research for all the shows. They can all work out of their homes. Weird, huh? $22 million. Doge is at 40 cents. Ethereum's about to hit 2,800. It's at 2,793 right now. Polygon's at $1.80. Cardano's at $1.82. And Bitcoin's at 38.6. $38.6. ICP is $1.10. I bought ICP at $1.09. It's at $1.10. And it's on its way up. It's at 3.5% positive for the 24-hour. Wait, it says I'm up in my position. How can that be? Oh yeah, because I bought it at $1.09. It's at $1.10. Okay, yeah. I'm 1% above in my position. It makes total sense. 1.2% up at my position. All right, you guys. I don't know where everybody went, man. I'd keep going if we had more people watching. I don't know why this show is doing so horribly, but right on, Dominic, Leo. But man, I feel like I'm failing y'all, and I don't know what to tell you. Just sorry, man. I'm sorry, it's my fault. So, I'll see you guys this afternoon. Same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure to tweet at Jimmy and Graham and Ron, anybody, and ask them to have me on their show. I'd love to discuss the fact that my audience gets punished for sharing my videos on social media. But you guys take care. Bye.